this. Since we're talking about calling people out,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle calls out Katt Williams. Now let's listen exactly what he had to say for those who haven't heard it. Dave did a stand-up. Was this a stand-up special? Someone he was on stage, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure.
It wasn't a special, but he was, he might have popped up at a little show or something.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what he had to say.
Is this. He only eats the niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. And none of these white boys function like that. And Katt is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing all ugly pictures of us? Stop. And Katt and hurt people. I'm a hurt person. They never hurt people. And he does it all the time. Fuck this one and fuck that one and fuck this one. But nigga, anything that you did wrong. We didn't do nothing wrong. Katt didn't do nothing wrong.
And Wreck TV.
I'm gonna bring a picture of a black guy. Katt did this to me. Katt was talking about shit that niggas did to other niggas, but not about anything that niggas did to him. If I told my story, is this. He only eats the niggas. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys.
All right.
None of these white.
All right. So, do you think that Dave had a point?
Absolutely, because I thought about that as I was watching all of these clips get thrown out here, and it was entertaining. I'm not gonna sit here in front like that Katt Williams shit wasn't funny or entertaining. We love train wrecks. People love to stop and watch.
Facts.
That's exactly what it was. It's entertaining. You don't get this every day. Most people have pretty regular lives. They may be thinking a lot of this shit that they wish they could say to their coworkers and friends and frenemies, but they don't. They hold their tongue and move about their day. So when somebody comes out here and goes off the way he was going off, I understand the appeal. But I definitely thought to myself, this nigga knows every nigga in the Illuminati. Apparently, he sees every black invite to the Illuminati. I have never, ever, and this goes back even before Katt. I have never heard any white person being accused of being in the Illuminati, bro. I haven't heard it one time. If it happened, I missed it. But I've heard Beyonce, Jay-Z, and now apparently Kevin Hart, who's apparently a plant. I get it. He may be closer to the situation. This is the lane that he's in. So I guess this is who he sees the most. So he may have the most information on. Okay, cool. But it did seem strange that he only went at niggas though. Like that energy looks weird in 2024 to me.
All right. Well, to make a point of what you said, you never heard about white people being in the Illuminati. White people are the Illuminati. So anytime you reference Illuminati, that's a code word for white supremacy.
Gotcha. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
My thing with this was I understood what Dave was saying, and I'm on the fence with it. Not disagreeing with it or agreeing with it all the way. Now, when it says he didn't call out none of the white boys, Katt Williams don't deal with white people or white comedians, right?
Yeah.
Now he may be knowledgeable about, because one of my homeboys was like, yeah, white comedians steal jokes and stuff like that. Well, he don't deal with white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I can't name you 10 white comedians off the top of my head with both of my hands.
I'm with you.
Or like relevant ones. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I know about Joe Rogan. Like, there's videos that my homeboy showed me that he was stealing jokes and Amy Schumer was stealing jokes and all this. First of all, Katt Williams was responding to people that came on that platform and said stuff about him.
That's a fact.
Well, that's the realm that he kept it in. So going at them was because of the white infrastructure. That's what all that was about. Because what was he saying? Well, the stealing jokes thing is one thing, right?
Yeah.
But as far as the stereotypes of black men, the feminization of wearing dresses, that's due to white supremacy. That's white Hollywood. Illuminati, that's white Hollywood. That's white folks. Everything pretty much was centered around y'all doing this to appease to the white folks to get opportunity. So to me, it'd be different if he was just purely talking about who they slept with, You know what I'm saying? Like
some
just
chatty patty shit.
chatty patty type of stuff. But he was just basically saying, okay, you niggas are sellouts, pretty much. You niggas is plants or whatever, but it all had something to do with trying to be in the higher ups. So that's why I didn't look at it like he was cooning per se. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because cooning is a thing. That's what Dave Chappelle kind of said. Because if you calling all these black folks, but you ain't saying nothing about these white folks, it's like, well, I am saying about white folks because these black folks are trying to be like the white folks. That's what I got from Katt Williams doing it. Now, I do think that he went too far. Like him saying all that stuff about Ricky Smiley and Tyler Perry was unwarranted. Come on, man. Like, you know, all Ricky, it was a misunderstanding. Him going saying you're the I got it written in my contract that Ricky was only gonna wear a dress around me, and like if I ever work with him, and then he's only good at playing Bernice Jenkins. Ricky didn't deserve all that. The shots that he was throwing shots at everybody, but I think he was just in the moment and frustrated about, because if that's all you deal with, you're gonna talk about the niggas.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think a lot of people don't know the context of him responding to. I don't know if a lot of people know that, and so the optics of the clip after clip after clip after clip is just him snapping on there, and it's just like, damn. A lot of people are like, where this come from? Well, actually, maybe people didn't even ask that; they were just entertained, so they didn't care where it came from, or maybe they don't like Kevin Hart, so they're glad somebody going in on him, or whatever the case may be.
Facts.
And I look at Katt as like the people's champ.
Yeah,
he's the guy again. Like I said with the Drake line, bro. People love you when you're working towards something, not when you get it.
Right.
So it's a reason why Kevin Hart didn't get this hate until he got to be Kevin Hart. It happens, bro. You can't pull one successful. Well, maybe one. It's a small minority of black successful people who have made it in an industry that are all owned by white people. Like I don't like what industry is not. So you're going to have to, if you're trying to ascend, you're going to be schmoozing with motherfuckers. That's just the relationships. That's how the game works, in or in out. With that withstanding, there's only a small handful of people that are ultra successful that are black that people don't call crossover or. It's not many. Like it's just so you in the lose, bro. That's what Kevin Hart be on, bro. I'm damned if I do, I damned if I don't. So I might as well just do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah. I get that. Because one thing that Aries Spears was saying was that nobody's gonna lose their fan base. Whoever he went at, Steve Harvey's still gonna get his money.
Agreed.
Ted gonna get his money and all this other stuff. That was Katt Williams basically letting other like up and coming comedians know, you don't have to succumb to what they did. I'm successful doing it the way I did. You know what I'm saying? He just did it in the traditional Katt Williams way. This isn't anything new.
But some people say he fumbled this situation too, though. Depending on who you ask.
Yep. Depending on who you ask.
We seen the Target footage. Yeah. Niggas don't remember that.
Yeah. And he fighting with a little teenager and all that other stuff.
Yeah, the niggas forgot about that too.
Yeah. Because that wasn't brought up in that interview, but he got choked out by a little 14-year-old. I remember that.
Real quick, do you think Kevin Hart's a plant?
The way Katt Williams described it, yeah. Now,
how did he describe it?
He said that, like the first time that I knew who Kevin Hart was, and I was paying attention to comedy back then, was Soul Plane. I didn't know who the hell he was. I just saw Soul Plane. It was a star-studded cast, and I was like, who is this dude? Maybe he's been working. Like, I didn't know who he was. So for him to say Kevin Hart really didn't, he moved to LA from the East Coast, and that's what I questioned. I was like, yeah, he didn't have. Usually you see somebody build up before they're starring in their own movie with a star-studded cast like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For that to happen, that did kind of look plant-ish. You know what I'm saying?
So let me give you some context, because that wasn't the first time that I saw Kevin Hart. He was on Paper Soldiers.
I know
first.
That's the first thing that everybody that you had been tapped into hip hop, like to Rockefeller, not just hip hop.
But that's my point though. That's still an ascension, because that was nothing. And Dame Dash, when Dame Dash talks about it, he's talked about it a couple of times. He saw Kevin Hart working the East Coast thing. He went to a stand-up. I think it was in Philly or New York. Thought the nigga was funny, gave him nothing and put him in the movie. That movie was ass. Paper Soldiers is trash. So, but that's my point. There's people I can point to that seem like they woke up on third base in some of these businesses that, and shout out to, I think, that wasn't Ari Spears. Somebody, I think Corey Holcomb said, nigga, how is Kevin a plant, but Gerard Carmichael, what, bro, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, Gerard Carmichael, Katt Williams kind of called him out too, though, I think.
But that's somebody that nobody's really ever stamped as, oh yeah, I was coming up with him. I remember Kevin Hart was I was in the club in Nashville. He had just done a stand. This was before Paper Soldiers. Mm-hmm. He was in the club. And he's very short in real life. If you've ever seen this nigga, bro.
He looks like it, yeah.
Bro, he's extremely short. I remember him in the club, like just in like the little VIP roped off, like,
yeah.
Bro, these niggas have come up stories, bro. There's certain people that don't. There's certain people in music that don't have come up stories that get overlooked, and I really wish people would be like, bro, what about that, nigga? I just feel like, nigga, I feel like I get a little bit of jealousy vibes, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
From him coming at Kevin Hart, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, when he said that, I was like, That usually I'm seeing somebody work up,
right?
But you know what I'm saying? Like it was a while before, like starring in your own movie with another, like a star-studded cast like that. That was.
Bro, we're not gonna talk about Soul Plane like it's like it's Godfather. Hey man, relax.
Well, I'm just saying, back at that time, you had a bunch of comedians who were well more known than him. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be starring in that, you had
that nigga's on the poster with like 7 different people, dude. Like it ain't like he on that motherfucker like standing in the middle, like.
But he was the main character in the show. I mean, in the movie,
he was, yeah, for sure. But nobody knew who he was, though.
Exactly.
Like you still,
I think that's one of the reasons the movie flopped too. It
wasn't good though, bro. Like that movie's not good.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but also
this shit ain't good, bro. That's a joke, niggas. We call that. That's like a punchline, bro, for a whack ass black movie, bro. It's Soul Plane. That's the one that everybody has seen and didn't do shit in the box office. It flopped.
Yeah, it flopped hard. Yeah.
And so that's paying dues, in my opinion. Gerard Carmichael came out of nowhere, had his own show in his own name on NBC, on one of the 4 major networks. What is that?
Well, we also know
there's more to that. Chance the Rapper to me is a plant.
Okay. Yep. I feel that. Well, I saw that TK Kirkland was on like one of these he was on Vlad, and I think he was on the Art of Dialogue, and he was like, there's no such thing as a plant. I'm like, bro, stop.
He said in comedy. He was talking about in comedy. There was
comedy. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if he was acting like he was talking about. I heard Art of Dialogue today, and he was talking about like entertainment.
Oh, just period.
Yeah, he's talking about that. And I'm like,
nah,
bro,
there's plants in music, bro.
Yeah, bro, come on. Like,
there's
I'm like, do you not know what a plant is? So yeah.
Lil Pump is a plant too.
Absolutely. You definitely got plants, but I don't know. Like I made the video talking about if Kevin Hart was, but I don't know if he is. But but to go with Dave Chappelle, I don't know. Like I felt what he was saying, but you know, I already explained that.
Yeah.
So